Thank you. So many of the questions that you generated actually fit along a continuum that Thomas Guskey developed based on some work by Kirkpatrick that's widely used now to evaluate professional development. And many of you may have seen this before, but I like to go through it just because it's so useful to think about the levels of professional development outcomes. So if you think about level 1, Guskey would argue that the first level you would want to evaluate at the end of professional development is some kind of reaction by participants, in this case teachers, also university faculty member and university students. Did they like it? Was their time well spent? Did they feel like this was a valuable opportunity? That's a really easy way to get quick feedback at the end of a workshop or at the end of a professional learning community meeting. And these are all related to satisfaction. So level 2 is going a little bit deeper. So now if they liked it, did they acquire the intended knowledge and skills? Did they actually learn something new from your professional learning effort? Did teachers learn about inquiry-based lesson planning, for example? Or did they learn how university laboratories operate, and they can give those examples to their students? Level 3 is a really interesting level in Guskey's model because it's actually not just about the teachers, it's about the organization. Level 3 is asking, did the schools that these teachers work in provide support and resources for teachers to be able to implement what they've learned? And the reason why level 3 is so important is because even if teachers liked the professional development and they learned something from the professional development, if the school conditions are not right for implementation, they're not going to have a chance to integrate this into their instructional practice. And so as a part of Guskey's model, he suggests evaluating at level 3 to get a sense of what did the school do after the teachers came back with this knowledge. Did they provide them with planning time to meet in their professional learning communities, for example? Did they provide them with material resources for students to go out on their STEM field trips, to go to engineering facilities and museums? All of those things are important because without those, you wouldn't be able to fully implement this program. Level 4 is a more common kind of reaction or level, and that is all about participant implementation at the level of practice or instruction in our case. So did the teachers effectively plan their inquiry-based science lessons, and did they use the university partners as good models and role models in their classrooms to apply what they've learned in their STEM partnership? And then level 5, again, is probably the most common outcome that we think about, and that's the level of student learning. What was the impact on our students' science assessment scores? What was the impact on our students' interest in STEM as a career and as a field? What was the impact on students' application to STEM programs after they graduated from high school? So that's the farthest level in terms of Guskey's model. And a big component of why we look at this is that when people think about evaluation, sometimes we jump all the way to levels 4 and 5. We want to know what teachers did with the use of their knowledge, and we want to know what students learned, but we forget about some of these other levels, such as did teachers acquire the knowledge and skill to begin with, and then did the school provide the resources and support for them to be able to implement. So all of these levels are useful to think about as we consider professional learning and development. And it's also helpful to note that the Guskey levels do connect to the logic model in terms of giving you a nice picture for moving from short-term outcomes that you might measure, such as participant satisfaction at level 1, to your longer-term outcomes, such as organizational impact, participant implementation, and then ultimate impact, which is why did you create this program in the first place? It's to support students learning in STEM.